The more you learn, the more you know that you know nothing. A creative man is motivated by the desire to achieve, not by the desire to beat the others. People create their own questions because they are afraid to look straight. All you have to do is look straight, see the road, and when you see it, don't sit looking at it, walk. The ladder of success best climbed by stepping on the rungs of opportunity. Money demands that you sell, not your weakness to men's stupidity but your talent to their reason. The question isn't who is going to let me, it's who is going to stop me. Every man builds his world in his own image. He has power to choose but no power to escape the necessity of life. It is not death that we wish to avoid, but life that we wish to live. A man who does not value himself cannot value anything or anyone. Learn to value yourself, which means fight for your happiness. You can avoid the reality, but you cannot avoid the consequences of avoiding reality. If it's worth doing, it's worth overdoing. I could die for you, but I couldn't and wouldn't live for you. To say I love you, one must know how to say I. The truth is not for all men but only for those who seek it. One loses everything when one loses one's sense of humor. Money will not purchase happiness for the man who has no concept of what he wants. Achieving life is not the equivalent of avoiding the death. There are two sides of every issue, one side is right and the other is wrong, but the middle is always evil. When I disagree with a rational man, I let reality be our final arbiter. If I am right, he will learn. Learn to value yourself, which means, fight for your happiness. Freedom, N. To ask nothing. To expect nothing. To depend on nothing. I swear by my life and my love of it that I will never live for the sake of another man, nor ask another man to live for mine. When I die, I hope to go to heaven, whatever that is, and I want to be able to afford the price of admission. There are no evil thoughts except one, the refusal to think. Power lust is a weed that grows only in the vacant lots of an abandoned mind. You have been the one encounter in my life that can never be repeated. To sell your soul is the easiest thing in the world. That's what everybody does every hour of his life. If I asked you to keep your soul, would you understand why that's much harder? A government is the most dangerous threat to man's rights. It holds a legal monopoly on the use of physical force against legally disarmed victims. I love you so much that nothing can matter to me, not even you, only my love, not your answer, not even your indifference. But why should you care what people will say? All you have to do is please yourself. Run for your life from any man who tells you that money is evil. That sentence is the leper's bell of an approaching looter. Men who reject the responsibility of thought and reason can only exist as parasites on the thinking of others. In this world, either you're virtuous or you enjoy yourself. Not both, lady, not both. Achieving life is not the equivalent of avoiding death. For the first time since her return, she felt pain, a violent pain, but it made her feel alive, because it was worth feeling. Every form of happiness is private. Our greatest moments are personal, self-motivated, not to be touched. No speech is ever considered, but only the speaker. It's so much easier to pass judgment on a man than on an idea. I came here to say that I do not recognize anyone's right to 1 minute of my life. What is man? He's just a collection of chemicals with delusions of grandeur. Money is only a tool. It will take you wherever you wish, but it will not replace you as the driver. I can accept anything, except what seems to be the easiest for most people, the halfway, the almost, the just about, the in-between. Self-sacrifice? But it is precisely the self that cannot and must not be sacrificed. I take no pride in hopeless longing. I wouldn't hold a stillborn aspiration. I'd want to have it, to make it, to live it. She thought how strange it would be if she ever said hello to him. One did not greet oneself each morning. The most depraved type of human being is the man without a purpose. The man who damns money has obtained it dishonorably. The man who respects it has earned it.